Video, we're going to talk about the power of smell and how amazing the effects of aroma can actually be on our body and our mental state of being. So let's take a look at why you would want to diffuse oils in your home and office. Now, even though this is not specific to raindrop technique, remember that during raindrop technique, the recipient is smelling all of the oils and so are you. So, in 1993, a study was done at the Tullamore General Hospital in Ireland. They applied 1 drop of lavender oil blend to each of the 4 corners of a patient's mattresses. They also diffused lavender oil in the rooms, and as a result, they had close to a 35% improvement in the number of patients who slept well. It went from 73% to a whopping 97%. That is pretty cool. In 1990, at the University of Miami, studies were done on 40 healthy adults. After 3 minutes of diffusing lavender, people were happier and calmer. They performed faster and more accurately on their mathematical tests, and it also increased the beta waves in their brain. In 92, a study produced similar results. It found that people receiving the lavender aroma had better cognitive abilities. In other words, they were mentally sharper and they had better moods. Anybody got teenagers at home or know anyone who might benefit from better moods? In this experiment we have on the slide here, subjects were injected with caffeine to induce agitation. Lavender radically reduced the agitation created by the caffeine injection, and it worked much better than 2 isolated constituents from lavender oil, linalool and linalool acetate. So what this shows us is that a whole essential oil is far more powerful than an adulterated or partial one. That's why Young Living oils are so potent and so effective. It's because they capture the entire fingerprint of the plant. Peppermint oil, another beautiful oil that has been the subject of much research into its impact on athletic performance and mental and physical abilities. So you will see here 3 experiments that were done using peppermint oil. The top graph shows how inhaling peppermint oil dramatically reduced irritation. The middle picture shows how peppermint oil reduced feelings of unhappiness, and the bottom picture shows inhaling peppermint dramatically reduced inactivity. In other words, it made people more active. I have a little story that goes with this that I love to share with people. My little boy, when he was in prep, just was a little bit shorter than everyone else. He hadn't had a growth spurt yet, and the kids with longer legs always beat him by miles. And this particular I apologise, he wasn't in prep, he was in grade 1. His experience of prep, he got beaten by miles. In grade 1, I said to him, let's put peppermint oil on your legs and see if it'll help you run faster. And sure enough, we put 1 drop of peppermint oil on each leg right before his race, about 10 minutes before his race. And instead of coming 5th or 6th, he actually came 2nd in his race, and he was over the moon. And from that day forward, he has viewed peppermint oil as his secret weapon for being more active and a little bit faster and being able to push himself that little bit further. And so these studies, when you actually apply some of the knowledge that they're giving us from these studies that have been done, they actually work, so it's not just a random select group of people that they did some studies on and it was this one time. You can experiment with this for yourself in your own life and you'll be really surprised and pleased as to some of the results that you'll see. The next slide that we're looking at here shows another experiment. So in this experiment, a drop of peppermint oil was applied to a piece of sticky tape under the nose of each athlete. In the top graph, you'll see how they finished the 400-metre dash faster when they were inhaling the peppermint oil. In the middle graph, you'll see how their hand grip became stronger when they were breathing in the peppermint oil. And in the bottom graph, you will see how they were able to perform more push-ups before they became exhausted. So the peppermint oil gave them more stamina. In this next experiment, they looked at the effects of inhaling peppermint oil on office tasks. So in the top graph, they had people sort some cards into alphabetical order. Those inhaling the peppermint oil performed the task much faster and more accurately. In the middle graph, inhaling peppermint oil dramatically increased their typing accuracy, and the bottom graph shows how their overall typing speed also increased when they inhaled peppermint. Now, if you're interested in more research like this, I really want to encourage you to go to www.pubmed.com and do a search on the common name of the plant, so peppermint oil in this example, but also search the botanical name of the plant, because in some experiments they only use the botanical name. And you could do a search on all the different oils that we use in Raindrop to see what research there is, just for your own benefit. Now, having said all of that, bringing it back to diffusing, can you see how if you're under the pump at work and you work in an office environment, you've got a lot of work to get done. Diffusing some peppermint or potentially diffusing some lavender is really going to help you keep you focused and on task and on track, and possibly even get you performing your tasks like considerably faster than if you weren't diffusing. Same with at home, same with at school. So there's loads of different environments where we can bring a diffuser in and really support whatever it is, whatever activity or task we're undertaking in those environments. So we're going to go to the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one.